Hey, it's Squidly. It's pretty early in the morning and I am in the Sipsey wilderness. I love all the streams in the Sipsey. And this is going to be the first video in a series of my favorite places in the Sipsey. Now, the idea of being here was that I was going to do all of them on one trip, and I realized I can't do that. I can't get that in one weekend. It would take me 4 or 5 days probably to do all of it. So instead, what I've decided is to break this up. And so in today's video, I'm going to do my favorite places at Fall Creek. So come follow along. As I show you some of my favorite places, there are a couple of different criteria for determining whether they're my favorite places. Now, they're my favorite places, so I can use whatever criteria I want. But basically, it's going to fall into 2 categories. Favorite places because they are scenic and kind of iconic places here in the Sipsey, or my favorite place because it holds some kind of special meaning for times that I've been here. And so the very first one that we're going to do is along Fall Creek, and I'm further back. The fall is that way, and so I have come back and I'm going upstream, and you see the stream there, and there is what used to be, it looks like an old roadbed here. And so on this roadbed, and this is like 26, 27 years ago, I had been on a hike, and I got here to the campsite that I wanted, but it was occupied. So I thought, well, I'll just come further back and see if I can find a spot. And I came up here on this old roadbed and set up here, and I was enjoying camp so much that I laid there and just decided, this is who I am. I'm a backpacker. And so that's why this particular spot holds sort of a special meaning for me, because this is where I determined that this is who I am as a backpacker and outdoorsman. As we're moving downstream toward the falls, there's this campsite, and it's not very large. There's room probably for 2 tents. In fact, this is where Crow and I camped last night. And this is a campsite. It's clearly used, but it doesn't get as much traffic as a lot of the campsites here in the Sipsey. Has a great fire ring that Crow rehabbed last night before I got here. And this is one of my favorite places here along Fall Creek, because there's not going to be a lot of traffic here. There may be somebody who is coming back on Fall Creek who passes you, but just as an example, last night we saw no one here, and there are a lot of cars at the trailhead just because of the time of year. So just another one of my favorite spots here.
Except for the stinking whippoorwills.
There was that, and it wasn't just one. There were multiple, and they were singing to each other.
They were having an argument.
As we're moving downstream, another one of my favorite places is this. It's a really big campsite up here above the falls. And I'll move over here and show you where the stream goes off. It's just a really pretty place. And it's really easy to come down here to the stream, either to get water or sit on that rock and look down the falls. And then the diamond of this creek is the fall. And it falls right here at the trail. So if you're walking Trail 209 and you don't notice Fall Creek, you're just not trying. So those are my favorite places along Fall Creek. In the comments, tell me, of these, what was your favorite place? And on the way out, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.